It's 3 a.m. You're staring at the ceiling, and out of nowhere, your mind drags up something you said 6 years ago to a person you barely even remember. A throwaway comment, a joke that landed wrong, a pause that felt too long before someone replied. You didn't choose to think about it. It just arrived, fully formed, like your brain had been quietly filing it away, waiting for the lights to go out. Why does this happen? Why does the mind wait until you're finally still to start replaying conversations you thought you'd forgotten? Most people assume it's anxiety, or overthinking, or just being too sensitive. But what's actually happening is far more interesting and far more human than that. Let's start with what your brain is doing during the day. From the moment you wake up, you're flooded with input. Faces, voices, decisions, deadlines, notifications. Your brain doesn't have time to process all of it in real time, so it does something clever. It tags certain moments as unfinished and sets them aside, promising to deal with them later. The problem is, later almost always arrives at night. This is connected to something psychologists call the Zeigarnik Effect. In the 1920s, a psychologist named Bluma Zeigarnik noticed that waiters could perfectly remember complex, unpaid orders, but the moment the bill was settled, the memory vanished. Unfinished tasks stick. Completed ones fade. Your brain treats certain conversations the same way it treats an unpaid bill. If a moment felt socially incomplete, if you weren't sure how the other person took it, if you sensed judgment but never got confirmation, your mind marks it unresolved and refuses to let it go. So at 3 a.m., when the noise of the day finally quiets down, your brain pulls out that unpaid bill and tries one more time to settle it. But there's a deeper layer to this. It's not just about unfinished business. It's about a part of your nervous system that never really clocked out, the threat detection system. For most of human history, social rejection wasn't just uncomfortable, it was dangerous. Being excluded from the group could mean losing protection, resources, even survival. So evolution wired your brain to treat social mistakes the same way it treats physical danger, worth remembering in vivid detail, worth replaying until you're sure you understand what went wrong. This is why the conversations that haunt you aren't usually the ones where you were treated well. They're the ones where something felt slightly off. A joke that didn't get the laugh you expected. A friend who seemed distracted while you were talking. A reply that came one day too late. Your brain isn't trying to torture you. It's trying to protect you. It's running a kind of internal simulation, replaying the moment from every angle, searching for the version where you said the right thing, where you avoided the awkward pause, where you came across exactly how you wanted to. The tragedy is, this simulation can never actually finish, because the moment is already over. There is no version of the past you can rewrite by thinking about it harder. But your brain doesn't know that. It keeps running the same loop, hoping that one more replay will finally bring resolution. Here's where it gets even more personal. Not everyone replays conversations the same way. Research on rumination shows that people with a strong fear of negative evaluation, meaning people who deeply care what others think of them, are far more likely to get stuck in these late-night loops. It's not weakness. It's often a sign of empathy. People who genuinely care about how their words land on others are the ones most likely to lie awake wondering if they landed wrong. There's also a timing factor most people don't realize. During the day, your brain is in problem-solving mode. Dopamine and external stimulation keep your attention pointed outward. But at night, with the lights off and the distractions gone, your default mode network takes over. This is the part of the brain responsible for self-reflection, memory consolidation, and unfortunately, self-criticism. It's the same network that helps you make sense of your life story. It's just not very good at knowing when to stop. So, what can you actually do about it? The first shift is recognizing that the replay is not new information.
Your brain is not analyzing the conversation for the first time. It is recycling the same 5 seconds again and again, dressed up as insight. The moment you notice this, you can gently say to yourself, I've already reviewed this. There is nothing new here.
The second shift is closure substitution. Since your brain is searching for resolution, give it a different kind. Write the moment down, not to analyze it, just to acknowledge it happened. Studies on expressive writing show that simply externalizing a worry, putting it outside your head, signals to your brain that the loop has been registered and it can stop demanding your attention. The third shift is the hardest, but the most powerful. Accept that you cannot control how others interpreted you. You can only control what you intended. Most of the moments that haunt us at night were never as significant to the other person as they are to us. People are too busy replaying their own conversations to remember yours in detail. This is sometimes called the spotlight effect. We deeply overestimate how much others notice and remember our small mistakes because we're standing in the center of our own story. But in their story, you are a supporting character, and supporting characters are rarely remembered for one awkward pause. So the next time you find yourself wide awake, replaying a conversation from years ago, try not to fight it. Instead, thank your brain for trying to protect you. Gently remind it that the moment is closed, and let the loop end where it should have ended the first time. Because the people who lie awake replaying their words aren't broken. They're simply the ones who never stopped caring how they make others feel.